Hi everybody, I'm Claire and this is my vlog Loves Red Sews. So welcome back if you are an existing subscriber and welcome if you're new. So this is my weekly sewing catch up where I talk about all the things that I've been sewing the past week, what my up and coming plans are, and then anything new into my sewing room. So first of all, I will share what I'm wearing. I just have a Naya t-shirt on today, and this is one of the earlier ones I made. I love this one. The colours on this fabric is just beautiful. I love these sort of colours together, and this one has a little band along the bottom. I think when I first made this, I thought maybe it was a little bit too short, so I added the band, and I mean it's not too, it does work, it's not too bad, but I kind of wish I'd left it slightly shorter now. I think that sort of sits just a little bit nicer, so I may go back and adjust that at some point and maybe just turn the band under and top stitch it or something like that. And I've just got a pair of ready to wear jeans on with it today, so just keeping it fairly casual. I'm at home today, I don't have too many plans. This morning I had to do some kind of like chores, like food shopping and things like that. So yeah, it's just been kind of one of those days. And I also jumped on to a kind of a sewing social session this morning with Sarah from my handmade wardrobe. So that's what I've been doing this morning, and now coming on here to record my vlog for you this afternoon. So I've got a few things to talk to you about today, a few things to share, and a few kind of little plans and bits and pieces. But first of all, I just wanted to let you know that I have a big announcement. And this is really exciting for me especially. I'm not sure how excited you guys will be, but I have been selected by Andrea at the Beyond the Pink Door to become one of her Sew Inspired ambassadors. And honestly, I am so over the moon to have been chosen. So there are a few of us, and I really did not expect to get picked, if I'm honest. As soon as I saw that she had put out the call for ambassadors, I jumped straight on and applied because you know, I couldn't resist. I love Andrea's shop, and I love a lot of her fabrics. And she's just got a really good eye for fabrics and sort of colour. She loves colour as well. And yeah, I just jumped straight on and applied. Didn't really expect to get through or hear anything, and lo and behold, I was one of the chosen ones to become the ambassador. So yeah, I'm really excited. We had our first Zoom call this week, which I think they're going to be kind of monthly. So it was really nice to get to meet the other ambassadors. I had no clue who was going to be on there, so when I jumped on the call, I mean, honestly, there was some real sort of like sewing alumni on there, and I was just completely blown away that I, you know, part of that kind of team now. So Tamlyn from Sewn on the Tyne works with Andrea, and she's going to be heading up the ambassador team. So I think Tamlyn will be sort of our first port of contact, which will be really nice, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know the rest of the ambassadors, and you know, hopefully seeing what, you know, we all do, and hopefully I can inspire you with some, you know, some good makes from Andrea's fabrics. So yeah, I'm really excited and looking forward to kind of seeing what this brings. So yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to mention. Yeah, I'm really excited to be taking part in that. So what have I been working on this week? Well, as you know, I've got a few plans in place and things that I'm trying to get sewn up ready for my up and coming holiday. So we go away in 2 weeks. Time is ticking away quite quickly, and it's coming around fairly quickly. So this week I've been pretty productive. I've actually had a really busy week. Work-wise, I've been busy. I've had a couple of days out, and I had a full day out this week at a conference, and that was down in Heathrow. So that was quite a long day. I got the train down there. So yeah, that was probably about 2.5-3 hour journey each way. And then I was on a stand you know, at the conference as well. So that was quite a full-on day. So I'm actually quite amazed that I've got as much sewn this week as I have, because I've had a much busier week, sort of work-wise. But I did have a bit of time last weekend, so I did manage to get a few things kind of ticked off my list last weekend. So first of all, so you'll see here I've got my hope dress, and that is all finished and done and dusted. So I shall just grab that and show you. So this is actually a fabric from Beyond the Pink Door, which I bought when I visited the shop back in June. Had no idea at the time that I was going to be an ambassador or anything like that, or even that there was a programme in place. This was purely purchased because I absolutely adored the fabric, the colours, that bright blue but with all these kind of different colour speckles on, and I'm really pleased with how this dress has turned out. It's turned out much nicer than even I was expecting it to be, and I think it just looks so nice on. So I've got inseam pockets here. I did the kind of midi length, so you'll see it's slightly longer. This does kind of sit sort of midi length on me. Sorry, Ralph's just come in, I don't know where he's gone now. And it's got quite a deep facing inside, which you can kind of see there. And then the back just has a little opening with a button, and I've just picked a button from my stash. I'm not sure where I got this particular button from, but I think the colours in this went quite well. And then I chose a label that I had from Hey So Sister, and I quite like that this sort of bright neon-y yellow picked out this kind of colour here, so I thought that kind of went in quite well together. That just says have a nice day, and you have elasticated cuffs. I did the sort of slightly longer sleeves, so I think they're kind of mid, they come to kind of around here, this kind of length. So this is it's a perfect kind of transitional dress. It's fairly lightweight, but I think it will be nice also with like tights and boots underneath, and maybe a cardigan over the top. I shall pop in a little picture up here of me wearing it so that you can see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that has turned out. I haven't worn it yet, but I think I will definitely get somewhere out of that as the sort of autumn progresses. So that was the first make. Then I had some fabric left over, and I kind of thought, I wonder if I would have enough to cut out the Ashton top. So I had a look, and I just about had enough left to cut the Ashton top out. So I also got that all completed, and I'm going to be able to take that away on holiday with me, which is really nice. The bias for some reason on this didn't go in quite as smoothly as my other versions have done, and it kind of almost looks like the neckline is standing up a little bit, but actually on it doesn't do that at all. I think I probably still need to give it maybe a little bit more of a steamy press. And inside I have binding that I had in my stash from the Specky Seamstress, and I've added a little label from Little Rosy Cheeks in there as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I also got that done. So I've got 2 garments from one piece of fabric, so that was really good. I'll also pop a picture of the Ashton top in up here. I have talked about this on other vlogs. So this is a top by Helen's Closet, and it seems to be quite a popular one in the sewing community this past summer. Lots of people have been making it, and it's a very simple top, comes together really easily. The Hope dress, I'm not sure if I mentioned, is a stylark pattern. I've been wanting to make it for quite a long time, so I'm glad that I finally got that all made up. And yeah, those 2 garments all finished. Oh, Ralph is here now to say hello. Hello. Hi Ralph, are you going to come and say hello? So Next on my list was a Coord set from some crochet fabric that I had in my stash that I had previously purchased from Sew Me Sunshine, I believe it is, and I decided to kind of make a start on that last weekend, and actually came together so quickly that I got the whole set finished. So I will just show you that now. That's sitting behind here. So this, oh sorry Ralphie. So this is the t-shirt. So again, I've just made this up as a Naya t-shirt. There's Naya, I've made so many Naya t-shirts. I mean, I know I've got one on today. They come together so quickly that it didn't take long at all. So what I decided to do with this one, I used the cuff piece for it and just turned that onto obviously the side, but for the neckband I wasn't sure if this fabric would work properly on the neckband, so I had a look in my stash at my kind of ribbings and things like that, and I found this green ribbon in my stash which is like super soft, and I thought that kind of matched quite well with the rest of the top, so I just used that. I've never sewn with a fabric like this before, so it was surprisingly easy to sew with, but I don't know how well you can see. It's actually like you can kind of see through it, like can you see my hand there a little bit just wiggling about. But funnily enough, when you put this on you can't really see through it, which I was really surprised about, because I kind of made this up as a kind of a Coord set just to kind of throw over like a swimming costume or something like that, but actually I'll pop pictures in of me wearing the set, and I think when I took the photos I had on like black underwear and possibly a bright blue bra maybe, and I don't think you can see through it at all, so I was quite surprised by that. And then the shorts just here, these are super simple pattern. So I managed to do the pattern matching across the front and also the back really well, so they match up. This is the Agnes PJs by Paper Theory, and the shorts pattern, I have made these before, they're so simple, it's literally it's not even two pattern pieces, it's one pattern piece, and you have no like waistband, nothing like that. So all you do is you cut out the two pieces, so it's one pattern piece but you cut sort of two off, so you kind of mirror image of each other, and that's it. You've just got the two pattern pieces, and then all you do is turn over the waistband and insert, so there's elastic in there, you can probably just see it through a little bit there, so you insert the elastic, and that looks wonky but it's not. I put this little label in which I thought went quite well, and yeah, that's it. You just, and then you kind of turn it over, and then the bottom is just turned under and stitched as well, so really super simple. I didn't do anything, I mean there's no side seams at all, because of the fact it's one pattern piece, you've got no side seams, so you don't have any kind of pockets or anything in these, so they are a very basic short. And I did overlock the seams inside, which actually, you know, kind of overlocked quite well, considering the sort of fabric. It just came together really quickly, so yeah, I was really pleased with those. So a super simple little Coord set that will, you know, be perfect for a warm holiday. So they are the three things that I got made up this week and all finished, so they're quite nicely ticked off my list now. And then I moved on to the t-shirts that I'm making. So I mentioned previously that I'd bought some plain cotton jersey and I wanted to make just some plain kind of t-shirts. So this is the Test Tee by Chalk and Notch. It's a new pattern. I've made about 3 of them so far. I've got another 3 cut out, so I've cut them out into these plain fabrics, and I specifically bought these fabrics to go with sort of patterned shorts and stuff that I've got. So I've made a start on these as well, and this is as far as I've got. So all I've done is put the neckband in, and then they've all got the same low back. I had a cream overlocker thread in my overlocker already, and so I've just left the cream on because I thought actually it kind of goes with all three garments. I need to give that a nice press, and I haven't even top stitched the neckline yet, so all I've done is attach the neckband, but I need to now kind of stitch that down, which will make it lay a little bit flatter. So at the moment it's in a very rough kind of in its rough form, and I haven't done the side seams, so they're all still open at the moment, and all three are in the exact same state. So there's the next one, and again with the kind of low back, and you can see the cream overlocker thread a little bit more on that one. But what I'm doing is actually sewing all three up in conjunction with each other. So when I sew the side seams, I will do the side seams on all three, kind of one after the other. And I find when you're sewing things like that, they come together fairly quickly. So I've got those three in progress, and to be honest, they will probably get finished this weekend. So that'll be another little holiday make ticked off my list. And then I also got my Winnie trousers cut out. So I mentioned I bought this fabric. This is just the bit that's left over, but I've got these all cut out, so you can see this is a really lightweight, so it looks like a proper sort of denim, but it's really lightweight and fine. And I think this will be absolutely perfect for a pair of Winnie trousers. So and they'll be perfect for on holiday. I think I'll get quite a lot of wear out of those. Rather than sort of, you know, kind of thicker jeans, I think they'll be perfect for sort of warmer weather, warmer climes. So I got those all cut out, so they're all ready to go to be sewn up. So I'm hoping that I can get those sort of on the go. And then the other one is obviously the Tate romper, where I've talked about in my last couple of vlogs. I have taken off the top from the trousers, so they're completely separate now, and I have cut out a Ashton top ready. So I need to get the Ashton top kind of put together. That's, as I mentioned, they come together fairly quickly, and then I need to attach it to the trousers. I've got a feeling I probably need to tape it in the sides a bit, otherwise it might end up looking too wide on me. So I'll probably sort of maybe tape it in the sides of that top first, and then attach it to the trousers, gather the trousers in onto it, and then I'll need to insert the side seam zip. So I think that will possibly be the thing that takes the longest, but I might try and get these other bits done first, and then the time I've got left will be working on the Tate romper slash Ashton top. So I'm getting there. I haven't got too much more to sort of do. That's pretty much the rest of my plans before we go away. As I said, I've got 2 weeks, and I'm now some of my bigger sort of work project things are out of the way. I should hopefully have a little bit more time in the evenings, as well as maybe a little bit of time at the weekend. We're out tomorrow when this video comes out, Sunday, so I don't know how much time I will get to do that tomorrow, but I do still have a bit of time today. So what else has come into my sewing room this week? So I have made a couple of purchases, and one of them is a fabric that I bought from Lamazi Fabrics, and I saw this is a needle cord, and in this really lovely dark forest green. I've just got 2 meters of this, and I'm planning on using this to make a pair of trousers. It's a nice lightweight needle cord. It may end up being another pair of Winnie trousers. I'm not sure. It's lightweight enough that it wouldn't be too bulky for the Winnie trousers, so it may well just become a pair of those, and I think they will get a nice amount of wear in the sort of autumn winter. So that is one of the fabrics that I've got and plan to use fairly quickly. I did actually make a purchase at Beyond the Pink Door. And in fact, I've actually made two purchases. So one of the purchases I made was before I knew about my ambassador role, and I had actually purchased this fabric that I'm about to show you. And then following our call this week, we also found out that we will have access to new fabrics coming out. So I think Andrea is planning to launch some more sort of autumnal fabrics tomorrow or today when you see this video. So on Sunday, she does a Sunday live every Sunday evening, and she has some new autumnal fabrics to be released. But now that I am an ambassador, I got to access the fabrics prior to them going live, and there was a couple in there that I really love the look of, and I thought I might actually make my purchase now before they sell out. So I have actually made a purchase. I believe those fabrics are on their way, and I've had a notification that they're being delivered on Monday. So I don't actually have them here to share with you yet, but I will be sharing that ASAP. But I did the one I did purchase was this. So this is actually a French terry, and it's a Nerida Hansen, and I did buy some matching ribbon as well. So I bought this green because I thought that went really well with the green on the leaves here, and I love this sort of colour, this burgundy colour in the sort of autumn winter, and it's got this nice kind of coral, sort of corally red, pink maybe. I'm not sure that's necessarily me, but it's quite a nice sort of pink, and obviously this sort of bright turquoise colour. These are colours that kind of all in my palette, and I am planning on making another one of these tops. So I tend to go for this version here, View D. I've made maybe 2 or 3 of these. I'll just bring it a little bit closer so that you can see. I have made a few of these already, and it's a nice simple pattern. I really like this one. And what made me think about this again this week is because the weather cooled down a little bit sort of earlier in the week or last weekend, and I got my tops out again for the first time, and I've actually been wearing them, and I thought, oh, I must make a couple more of these because they're so nice for this time of year when the weather is starting to cool down. So I actually bought that with that particular pattern in mind. I don't actually have that many French terries in my fabric stash. I have quite a big fabric stash, as you know, and I don't have very many sort of French terry type fabrics. So I actually went on the hunt for French terry, and that's when I came across this and saw this. So I made the purchase, and I also thought that would go quite nicely with this. This is actually a needle cord. I don't know whether I mentioned that. I'll bring that just slightly closer so that you can see. But I thought that went really nicely with that as well. So I kind of saw that as a whole outfit, the trousers and then the top to go over the top of it. So that's, yeah, I kind of bought that as a whole sort of outfit really. So yeah, that's quite exciting. And then do you remember that I mentioned to you, I think, I don't know if it's in my last vlog or the one before, where I had managed to purchase one of the Guthrie Ghani Society kits, and it was the brushed back sweatshirt in the animal print, and I was convinced it was black and cream, and then when it turned up it was actually a dark navy, which I was slightly disappointed with because I was absolutely convinced it was black. And anyway, my mum, she loves navy, and so she has actually purchased that kit from me now. So she's had that, and then I saw that First for Fabrics were also selling the same fabric, and they had the black version. They actually had, I think they had like a chocolate brown version, a burgundy, and also black. And I wanted to buy the black and the burgundy, to be honest, because I love the fabric. But I was a little bit too slow making my decision, and I ended up missing out on the burgundy. So I did actually manage to get some of the black though, so I'm really pleased. And I compared it to the Guthrie Ghani the fabric in the Guthrie Ghani kit, and it's exactly the same. There is absolutely no difference to it. So my mum now has that kit. She purchased that from me, and I now have the black fabric. So I'm really pleased that I managed to get that. And I did actually purchase a 2 bits of ribbon. This obviously matches, so this cream ribbon matches perfectly with this fabric, but I couldn't decide if I was going to do black bands or hem, you know, kind of hem bands. And I think I am going to make the Jara sweater with it, because that's one that's been on my list for ages and I've not made it, and I think I'm definitely going to make that. And then I haven't got it here to show yet because it's on its way, but then Guthrie Ghani then they then released some fabric to buy by the meter, and they also had the burgundy, and that was still in stock. So I've managed to bag myself a little bit of the burgundy, and I've just bought, I think I just bought 1.5 meters, and I think that will be enough for another sweater in the burgundy version. So I've now got the black version and the burgundy on its way, so I'm really pleased that I managed to get those. And yeah, I think they were all of the things that I was going to share with you that I've got here, other than the only other thing that I wanted to share is I actually won a little prize last week. So I was really, well, I think actually it was a couple of weeks ago, but I only got my voucher last week. So sorry if you can hear some background noise, I apologise. My husband's downstairs watching football at the moment. His team's playing, so apologies if you can hear any background noise. So yeah, I sort of participate. This is like a monthly thing on Instagram. So Lou, who is what's her tag? I can't remember her tag off the top of my head. I'll put it across the screen here. But she runs this sort of, it's an ongoing sort of challenge, I suppose. It's not really a challenge, but you basically just, you enter the, when you make garments and you share them on Instagram, if you tag her and also use the hashtag for that particular month. So I think the hashtag is my makes for the month of, like, I don't know, like August or September, so it kind of changes every month, and then at the end of every month you can do like a roundup post, just with, like, you know, on your grid with all of your garments that you've made in that month. And so I've been doing that probably since maybe February, March time. I've been kind of maybe not every post. I don't always remember to tag her or put the hashtag for every post, but at the end of every month I'm trying to do a little roundup post of all the garments that I've made that month. And this month, well, August, the end of August, I was actually one of the winners, which I was really surprised of. So I don't tend to win very much, so yeah, I was really pleased to have won. And I actually won I think it was a $50, but I got it in the equivalent in pounds, £50 voucher for Kylie and the Machine. So yeah, that was absolutely amazing. And I do have quite a lot of labels, so I kind of didn't want to just go on and order just labels, so I had a look to see what else she had, and I made a purchase for a few other things instead. Now, Kylie and the Machine now have a warehouse in the UK, somewhere in maybe Buckinghamshire area or something like that, so they have a UK based site, so if you place your order on there, the delivery comes really quickly. So I placed my order and I got my bits that I chose this week, so I thought I would just quickly share with you what I got for my winnings. I did actually get a tiny bit more than my voucher was for, and I think I put an extra 10 to 12 pounds towards it. So yeah, I kind of overspend, but you know, it wasn't a huge amount to put towards it, and I was really grateful to have won. So the first thing I chose was this. I'm not going to get them all out and show you, and especially I don't want to offend anybody, but I got a little selection of labels, which is one of the Sweary Sewist. This is the most recent one, so I'll just give you a quick little flash of the kind of labels that are in there. But yeah, these just kind of make me laugh really, so I got myself a little pack of those. They were the only labels that I got. You do get a kind of a free label as well, which is this one here. On this nice little card, and it's just like a little thank you card, so that was just a little bonus label. I purchased a pair of the socks, and these ones say I'd rather be sewing, and yeah, I just thought they were cute. So these are the sort of things you don't always buy for yourself. They make nice gifts, but I thought, do you know what, now I have the voucher, I'm gonna treat myself to a pair of those. So I got those, and then the other bits and pieces I got were just 3 jeans hardware kits. Oh, and I did get one jeans zipper as well, which was a pale blue. So I bought the jeans hardware kits. So these include 2 heavy buttons, 4 fly buttons, 8 rivets, 6 button nails, and 8 rivet nails. So I got this one, which is the aged copper. I got this one, which is silver. And then I got this one, which is matte black, because I thought then the 3 different colours, they go with lots of different things, and they all contain the same sort of thing. But now I can put those into my stash, and I've got the hardware ready to go for when I make some more jeans. So yeah, they were my sort of winnings, well, my purchases from my voucher. So yeah, that was also really exciting. So that is pretty much everything that I wanted to share with you today, actually. So I don't have anything else to share, so I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to probably go off and try and finish off those t-shirts this afternoon and get those made up. And I shall be back with you again soon in my next video. So thanks for watching today. I hope you have enjoyed hearing about all my sort of makes and plans, and I shall catch up with you again soon. Bye for now.